Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Face. Just checking my audio settings. I raised the slow mode in the comments to 5 minutes. Hopefully that would, make I'm just like tired of trolls. I actually turned off comments for this video as well. I really don't care about your opinion. So. And they're not helpful. If they were helpful, I would care about your opinion, but they're just useless. So there'll be no comments available for this video. Yes, I'm censoring you. I don't really care. And the slow mode is set to 5 minutes. So this is your chance to ask questions, like actual questions. And this way I'll be able to see them. So you use it any way you like, but if I still see too many comments, I'll just raise the slow mode to 10 minutes, right? I want to see questions and I want to see useful comments. So let's just go to screen share. Oh, we got the Peter Schiff debate tomorrow. So Peter Schiff and Saifedean will both be on this YouTube channel. I'll put out the link to the video tonight. I can't really put out, people are like, oh, why didn't you put out a link to the YouTube video? Well, because it'll be the last link I can stream to. So if I had put that out already, then I would be streaming right now into that link. But I'll put that link out tonight, and my next stream will be the Peter Schiff versus Saifedean video. Okay. Like I said, the slow mode is set to 5 minutes. You can use it any way you like. I'm already seeing way too many useless comments. So that clearly means that 5 minutes is not enough. I'll probably raise that up to 10. Feel free to use the tip button to get around the slow mode. I wonder if I get that up to like 30 minutes and then either you're tipping with your comment, so you have to like pay to do a comment, which is a neat micropayment, or basically you actually get to use the comments like once or twice during the episode. All right, let's go to slow mode. Let's go to screen share, which I should already be on. Let me double check that everything's working. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. All right, this took place this morning. It was about a 4.5 hour webinar. Thank you so much for attending, guys. It was all about teaching you how to use the TD sequential. Not sure what the next webinar will be. I'll put out a Twitter poll, and the webinar will be either about risk management or entries, exits, stop losses. Maybe I'll give you guys a third choice. We'll see what people want. And I will be in Amsterdam, Berlin, and Dallas. If you want to see my actual schedule, please click on the calendar. I am off to Malta on Tuesday, and I won't be coming back. Next time I'm in the United States will be for Pork Fest, and I think I'm leaving immediately after. So I'll just be back for Pork Fest. So you can keep an eye on the schedule, see what countries I'm going to and stuff. All right, affiliates, you guys know if you want to support this free channel, check out the affiliates. All right, let's talk about the markets. And what I'm still thinking. The monthly chart is bullish. There is no denying that, right? The month is halfway over. We are above all moving averages. The moving averages are not yet in their proper order, at least the moving averages that I'm using, the 7, the 30, and the 50. This is monthly. The sequential is bullish. It's the green 2 went above a green 1 last month in April, and the green 3 went above a green 2 this month. So the sequential is bullish. The last time the sequential was this bullish, well, actually it happened back here too. So we did have a green 2 go above a green 1 and a green 3 go above a green 2 back in early summer. So it's May, June, and July of 2015, followed by a horrendous month of August that reset the count. It then gave you a low volatility candle. And then we had a big green 2, a big green 3, and then we actually made it into a 9. So is this closer to the early summer or the late summer? We don't know. Early summer here, late summer here. I'm still leaning towards the early summer or even earlier than that. Okay, but there's no denying the fact that the monthly is bullish. So it depends on what kind of a trader you are. Monthly is bullish. Here's the weekly. Now, this weekly isn't updated, unfortunately, so I'm just going to skip it. It is kind of frustrating that the index doesn't update. Here is the other weekly. Now, this is the live updating weekly. So this one went bullish right here the week of April 22nd. And it's been bullish ever since. We are currently on a 6 of 9. So it's still bullish. And like I've been saying for a couple of weeks now, or at least a week, that it's very possible that we can hit a 9 on a weekly in the vicinity of 9,000 up to 94.42, which is where that Fibonacci is. If you are a bull and you're holding long positions, that could be a decent exit on the top because that's where it hits the next resistance. Okay, so the weekly is bullish. Let's look at the daily. The daily had a monster rebound in the last 12 to 24 hours. But according to the sequential, which is one of my favorite indicators, we are not yet bullish. We will be tomorrow. Well, we'll be neutral tomorrow, but it's still a red 3. But it is a 9 on the countdown phase. Now, this particular count went bullish as of here, May 9th. Now, was I rushing in to buy it? No, I wasn't. But the sequential system did go bullish here. You see, guys, I'm giving you my opinion, and I'm also giving you the technical picture. Most of you don't seem to like my opinion. You don't like the fact that I think this rally is bullshit. And I continue to think this rally is bullshit. That doesn't take away from the technicals that are currently bullish. So just because the technicals are bullish, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't take on a bullish trade. It just means that I am not taking on a bullish trade. That's all that means. Okay. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Feel free to actually ask real questions. So the technicals here did go bullish. Now, the time to take your profit was on a 9. And we fell hard. And now we've recovered. So this goes back to my other tweet that I said, if we trade lower than this low over a short period of time, then this is not some kind of a flash crash fat finger, then it's a legitimate sell-off. So if we the opposite of that is also true. If we don't trade lower than this over a reasonable period of time, and to me, reasonable is a couple of weeks, then this was pretty much nothing, and it was potentially a fat finger, and it was some random guy selling and not something bigger than that. I mean, it really is a pretty clear what if, right? Or if then statement. If we continue to trade lower, then this is not some accident. If we don't continue to trade lower and this is ignored, then this was probably just one guy selling off and a little too much and getting a very bad price for it. Okay. So I'll wait for the count to go bullish. So that means I'll take this line, I'll drop it here. I'll wait for a green 1 to be, I'll wait for a green 2 to be above a green 1 to be above this line. And then the daily will also be bullish in line with the weekly, in line with the monthly, though the weekly may come to an end in a couple of weeks, though we still have like 2.5 weeks to go. Today is only Monday of week 6. So almost 3 weeks to go. Okay. The 12-hour. The 12-hour is not bullish yet, but the 12-hour is much closer to being bullish. In order for the 12-hour to go bullish, I don't have a green line, so I'll do it here. In order for the 12-hour to go bullish on the sequential, you need a green 3 trading above a green 2, and you still have 2 or 3 hours to go, right? So in 3 hours, unless we make a higher high, then the green 2 will be above a green 1. And also, personally, I want to see it above these highs. So I want to see a green 3 go above a green 2 and above those highs. And now what you have is a 12-hour bullish. Here's the 4-hour. When did the 4-hour go bullish? Well, according to the sequential, right here we had the 9 rebound. And I was looking for this to break setup trend and accelerate to the downside, but it didn't do it. So when did this go bullish? Unfortunately, after the big giant candle. TA is not always going to do what gives you a great trade. So the 4-hour went bullish here, and that is still in a profitable trade. Okay, but it's on a 6, and it's not going anywhere. It's just kind of flat. But in 2 hours, we get another candle. And the 1 hour is going bullish right this second, right? We finally got our TD13 sell, but it's 1 on the setup. 2 is starting to go above the 1. There it is. And it's bullish right now, though I would have loved to see it above the swing highs. Now, this 9 itself also has a countdown phase, which is now 1, 2, 3, 4, and the next number will be 5. So it's bullish as of now. I like the CMF. It looks good. I don't really look at the other stuff. Let me glance at your questions, see if there's anything good there. And still getting a lot of, we have 1,800 viewers, guys, so that's good. Slow mode is set to 5 minutes, and I might increase it for the next episode. Can I look at wheat? I guess I'll try to remember that. 50-week moving average not been tested yet. Must happen surely. It doesn't have to happen, but I would like for it to be tested. Tone, you said yesterday to go short at 7K. You cannot see technicals. Well, that's your opinion, right? If you expect every trade to make you money, you are crazy. So sure, would I have gone short? Yes. Would I have been out of that trade already? Yes. If you don't know how to set stop losses or manage your positions, then you shouldn't trade or learn how to do so. Can you please explain what resets the sequential candle indicator for us beginners? Not really. This is a free YouTube channel. It's not really designed to teach you about sequential. If you wanted to learn about sequential, the time to learn about it was to join the webinar this morning. It was 4 hours long, but it wasn't free. Question. Do you think that smart money could adopt and embrace guys gotta ask real questions. I can't read that. Like, use English. Next. What percentage of retracement do you expect from the top of this rally? I'm still expecting my 30 to 40% retracement. Now, let's be clear about something. I said I was looking for a 30 to 40% correction. This big drop over a 24-hour period was very close to my 30 to 40% correction. But that is not what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for a flash crash drop. I was looking for a legitimate pullback with buying opportunities, not a flash crash. So my pullback of 30 to 40% has not yet happened. Hasn't happened yet. Next. Tone, could you refer to Van Zen's picture of a multi-year bear market while having this BS rally currently? Well, of course, right? I mean, one of Van Zen's worst case scenario bear market hypothesis was basically this. If I take this arrow and I like put it here, right? I mean, that was pretty much it. So back when we did these Fibonacci time zones, one of Van Zen's views was the low is going to come in 2022. So even if the current rally goes up and matches the $20,000 high, we may be in a giant bear market where the bottom comes in 2022. And if you think the bottom can't come in 2022, you'll probably be broke because not being prepared for a Bitcoin low, I mean, it's not going to go as low as $100. Let's be realistic here, right? So if we go up into the halving and never test 1,000, then the 1,000 could come in after the next halving. Is that possible? I think that it is. If you don't think that's possible, then you're the one that's crazy, because I'm as bullish as I am on Bitcoin. I'm as bullish on Bitcoin long-term as anyone, probably as much as Satoshi. And even I give it a possibility that it can fail. All right, let's see what else we got. How can we not be in an area similar to November 2015? We could be. Oh, wait, today is Sunday, isn't it? I'm getting my days confused. Yeah, so the weekly is going to go to a 7 soon. Oh, tonight, actually. Tone, I got out April 2nd when Bitcoin went up over 1,000 in one day, sold at 4,800. Then it ran away from me. I bought a bit at 7.7 thousand, but still have liquidity ready to buy again. Yeah, I can't really give financial advice. All I can tell you guys is that I don't believe in this rally. I still think it's complete and utter bullshit. And I sold a piece of my HODL position at around 7,000 because I'm pretty sure I'll get another chance to buy in at a significantly lower price. Now, if I don't get a chance to buy in at a lower price, that's fine because I still have the majority of my HODL position. Sorry, guys. Hold on. 1 second. So I basically had a plan what to do in case Bitcoin crashed to $1,000. I also have a plan on what to do in case Bitcoin starts rising exponentially at a point where I don't expect it to rise. And one of my solutions is I'm very happy that Bitcoin went up and more than doubled in price in the last 3 months. And that allowed me to sell Bitcoin and prepay my bills for the rest of the year, basically. And therefore, I'm okay with it going up to the moon. I'm okay with it going up to $10,000, $20,000 because I'm hodling more Bitcoin than I sold. I am also okay with Bitcoin crashing and going down to 4,000, which is what I expect to do. And then I can buy some more Bitcoin because now, for the first time in a long time, I may actually have some liquidity to buy Bitcoin back because normally I don't, because normally I'm all in Bitcoin. Okay. So I have a plan on what to do with all of everything I do in the markets. But if you don't, you need to figure out what you're doing. There was nothing technical about the breakout at the end of March based on actual trading principles. All the Fibonacci extensions are way overextended from the lows. That's more of a comment, not really a question. We can take a look at Ether. I have it up. Ether is bullish right now. Ether is actually like on a long-term scale, Ether is actually more reasonable right now on its bullish side. Now, I know Ether has gone up more than 50%, but Ether had fallen from 1,400 down to 82. So I think it fell a lot more, right? I think it fell a lot more than Bitcoin by percentage. Let me see. I can probably just check the percentage real quick. Yeah, Ether fell 94%. That's a huge difference from Bitcoin's 84%. That's massive, actually. There's a giant difference between 84% fall and a 94% fall. It's almost like another 50% drop, basically. Okay, gold looks horrible. That looks ready like it's about to go way lower. Silver looks worse. That looks like it's ready to break setup trend line and literally go to new lows. And the euro looks terrible as well. That's ready to break its setup trend line and make a new 2-year low. And the S&P looks a little bit neutral. It can really go both ways right now. So I'm not really messing with S&P at the moment. But I really like lift here to go down and still give me a good entry in the sub $40 range. Wasn't always sub 40. I was willing to buy it at about 55 if my sequential lined up, but it didn't line up. All right, let's look at the other questions. Right, the hourly Bitcoin is bullish right now. Is it all about DXY? Why does DXY look bearish? DXY should be bullish because I can see the euro dropping against the dollar, and the euro is 60% of DXY. Tone, can you speculate on what if this price increase is mostly legit? I don't think it is. Awareness has never been greater. Awareness of what, right? I mean, I'm arguing with Cobra every day because he refuses to admit what Bitcoin he believes in, right? I mean, you have people that have been in Bitcoin for way longer than me, and I've been here for 6 years. I got in 2013, so we're already in 2019, right? So I've already been here for 6 out of 10 years, and there's people that have been here for 9 out of 10 years that still don't know what Bitcoin is, right? They're confused. They think Bitcoin Cash is Bitcoin. They think Craig Wright Satoshi, all over the place, right? So awareness of crypto, sure. Awareness of Bitcoin, debatable. Wow, there's still a lot of comments. Clearly the slow mode is not slow enough. No, I actually thought today was Tuesday. Turns out today is Sunday. I should know Game of Thrones finale is coming up today. All right, guys, I'm kind of losing your live chat here. It's still scrolling too fast for me. Jesus. Okay, let me see. At what time tomorrow will the debate be? It's on my Twitter, guys, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Is there a reason that people think the bear market is not over? We have not set a higher low on a larger time frame. Correct. I'm waiting for a clean higher low. Until I see it, I will not declare the end of the bear market. It is that simple. You may not like my view on declaring a bear market over, but it is my view. Is it fair to expect the next dip to be followed by a big halving rally before Christmas, which could take out the all-time high. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go to the take out the all-time high part, but that's always been my view. I expected one more big dip this summer and then a rise into the halving. Not, I mean, again, you can go look at this chart. This was my expectation. A rally for the bull trap, a fall, one more fall in October to mark the low, and then rise into the halving. Can I do TA on GBTC? There's no point. I do TA on real Bitcoin, but you can buy GBTC. Tone, you often say the euro is done. Do you mean only price-wise? No, I think it's going to break up. I think it's going to disappear. I won 1 point. Yeah, I don't have the ability to make anything happen, guys. I just make YouTube videos. Does the shrinking volume concern you? Not really. Would you recommend DCA? I guess that means dollar cost average into Bitcoin positions. I've never had a problem with dollar cost average. Please go and read Ugly Old Goat. Ugly Old Goat. Dollar cost average. Just go find the article. Dollar cost averaging update. I mean, that's an update, but you want to go find the original article. This is the updated article. Find his original, probably the first article he wrote. Go read it. It has a very good case for dollar cost averaging. I don't have a problem with it. I already explained selling my piece of my HODL position. I don't regret it. Since we got last night's rebound, how low would you expect the bottom to be, or how low do you expect us to land during retracement? Nothing has changed. Guys, nothing has changed. One day did not change anything. There is occasionally a day that changes everything. The last time a day changed everything was in 2017. 2017, probably around May or June. Let's go to June. Okay. The last time a single day in Bitcoin changed the landscape, where was this? Was this day. This was the day that changed the landscape. Here. That was the day. Go figure out what happened that day. And you won't see any news. But it was a day that changed the landscape. I know what happened that day. I was there. I was actually in a bullish trade because of this 9 and this rebound candle. You can go back to my Twitter too. I was saying buy over here. I didn't think it would go up like that, but it did. So great. And this was an ascending triangle breakout right here too. Boom. There's a triangle here. Beautiful one too. This was a day in the life of Bitcoin that changed everything. And there was no news that day. But I know what happened. How do you feel about the story of the Bitcoin pizza guy being featured on 60 Minutes? I don't care. Is it possible Bitcoin cycles could be speeding up? It's possible, but I don't think so. I know Ethereum is garbage, but do you see a cup and handle on the 15-minute chart? I'm not looking at a 15-minute chart, guys. This I'm a swing trader. So I took a look at Ethereum versus dollars, and that's bullish. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. But here's Ethereum Bitcoin weekly. Last time I looked at that, I guess that's the last time I looked at a chart. That was, wow, about 6 months ago. Well, that was a good call now, wasn't it? The yearly low to short Ethereum right there. Red 2 going below red 1, going below the swing low. Bottoms on a 13 here and there. And that's a price flip. So I don't trade the price flip that comes out of nowhere. I would have been short Ethereum versus Bitcoin going into this candle. Now Ethereum versus Bitcoin looks absolutely terrible. It looks horrendous. It's hovering around 2-year lows. And unless Ethereum is able to break these highs, it'll probably roll back over and keep going down. What do you think of the CME gap? I'm not familiar with the CME gaps. I don't really pay attention to them. Hey, Tone, it looks like we've made a higher high on a monthly and now need to make a higher low and then looking better for the bullish outlook. No, we haven't made a higher high on a monthly. Monthly does the last swing high on a monthly is the all-time high. There's no swing high. A single bullish month does not make a high. So I disagree with the premise that we made a higher high on a monthly, because the only higher high you could make on a monthly is the prior swing high. So basically here, see, this is a real pullback and that was a higher high. You don't really get swing highs. Now you can say over here, right, at least here you had a high and then you had 2 months of downside and then another month of consolidation and then another month and then another month. So this is over here, you can say we made a swing low that was higher and then we made a higher high. But right now, I don't see any high on a monthly other than the main one. Well, I think I have like some more tipped questions. Hey, Brian, thank you for your tip. I'm going to skip right to you because I still can't read every single comment here. I'm going to increase the slow mode to like 10 minutes next time. You don't think that Fidelity selling to institutions or the E-Trade, Ameritrade news are that big of a deal? I don't. What is opening Bitcoin up to big new markets? That is open. I don't think it's that big of a deal, okay? All Fidelity is doing is playing custodian. Fidelity will just hold your Bitcoin for you, okay? I don't think it's a big deal. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's a big deal. I don't know what Bitcoin will do during a recession, but I'm not expecting a recession. So answering the question is kind of silly at the moment. Tom, can you speculate on how things will be different 5 to 10 years from now? Well, I hope they're different, because if I get 300 replies from the Ripple army like I did this morning, things aren't any different and people are still idiots. Tone, if we go above the all-time high, does that remove the chance of a sub 1,000 bottom? I think that it does. I will be pretty confident that it does. I'll give it a 99% chance we're not going to go back to 1,000 if we make it back to 20K. Are you positive for the SEC's ETF? No, I have always been skeptical of the ETF for years, and I'll continue to be so. Is it likely that the pump and dump was related to consensus? I mean, not really. I mean, not really. If you sold hodl position, it was never a hodl position. Well, it was for a while. I didn't sell at all. And I do have to pay my bills, you know. I do have to pay to flights to get to places. When do you expect a pullback? 2 weeks ago. I've been expecting it, guys. What do you think of Tether volume being 10 times its market cap on a daily basis? I try not to think about Tether. It doesn't mean anything. How is the OTC market doing? I don't know. I'm not in the OTC market. Do you think the market bottomed? I am still skeptical. You guys really don't have any bills that you have to pay, do you? Isn't the point of a hodl position to hodl? Sure. What do you do when a Bitcoin is $1 million? You still going to hodl, or are you going to pay some bills? Or are you going to live on credit till then? Do I still see a $1,500 Bitcoin? I think it's possible. I do. Tone, do you think the present mining structure could be 100% destroyed by being unprofitable, and millions of users will start mining to keep the network alive sooner than later? Yes. I think it's fine. I think it would be great if mining was barely profitable, because then the right people would be mining. And they wouldn't do stupid things like build shitcoin miners, right? And I will continue to mine at a loss because Bitcoin is important to me. And many others will do the same. What probability do you give 9.6 versus 5.2? Well, that's actually a good question. So if we look at the daily chart of Bitcoin, if we can break this green line with a positive sequential count, like a green one, then a green two, above a green one, breaking this line at 8.2 thousand, I think the 9,000 to 96 is very, very likely. Africa crypto trader, I did make a bet with him that that Bitcoin will fall to 4,500 before the halving, and I stayed by that. Tether printed 300 million in late April. Is it possible they are driving this pump? It's possible. No one knows what's going on at Tether until the New York Attorney General shows it to us. Why talk about stop loss? If you make a trade, it's your problem, not mine. I'll just answer it that way. If you don't know what you're doing with that trade, that's a bigger problem for you, and it's not a problem for me. When I make a trade, I know what I'm doing with that trade. What's the probability this current rally will become an S curve? Very unlikely because of all the shit coins. How do you see Bitcoin trading regulation? I see Bitcoins being regulated exactly the same way that commodities and stocks and currencies are regulated. Though they're all regulated slightly differently. Maybe they'll come up with another set of rules for trading Bitcoin because it's a new asset class. My opinion is that Bitcoin is going sub 4,500. Your opinion, it can be different. I don't tell you how to think. Wall Street Bathhouse was great. I try to go there as often as I can get there. Where can I find the recording of Leah's mining panel? I don't know. I wasn't at Magical Crypto. What price will you be looking to buy back your HODL? In the 4,000s. As of now, right? If we go to 9.4 thousand, that price might be higher. But as of right now, I am looking to buy back in the low 4,000s. Hey, Tone, do you plan to do a crypto scam episode on Tether? Probably not. I mean, I don't know what I would say. Since we got last night's rebound, how low would you expect the bottom to be? Or how low do you expect us to land during the retracement? Again, nothing has changed, right? Because if you look at the daily chart, the bounce did not take us to any new highs. So if I expected us to fall to the low 4,000s, I'm still expecting us to fall to low 4,000s. Nothing has changed in my view. What do you say to people who believe, oh, wait, wow, chat's still scrolling too fast. Wow. I really got to raise the slow mode. Yeah, hey guys, I don't know what question I was reading, but it's gone. What do you think of the VanEck ETF announcement coming Tuesday? I don't think the SEC is going to approve an ETF anytime soon, guys. I really don't. And if I was them, I wouldn't. Your thoughts on continuous quantitative easing affecting Bitcoin? I don't think it's affecting Bitcoin all that much. Max Kaiser says gold should be almost 3,000 to manipulate it. I disagree with Max Kaiser on that. I don't believe gold is manipulated. Anyone can trade gold. Go ahead and trade it in the futures market and create price discovery for gold. Do you believe Max Kaiser when he says he knows who Satoshi is? I didn't know Max Kaiser said he knows who Satoshi is. Tyler is bullish with Consensio. Yes, he is. What's your reasoning behind not believing in current Bitcoin rally? Is that due to gradual decrease in volume, Bitfinex Tether, the legal issues, exchange manipulation? No, it's actually none of the above. It's just that I don't think the bear market is over. I don't think there was enough pain in the bear market. And the fact that shitcoins are rising faster than Bitcoin makes me convinced that the bear market is not over. Is that retirement account the only account you are using to trade? So you can't short ever. That is correct, but I can buy puts. So I can't literally short, but I can still profit from a short trade with options, but GBTC doesn't have options. So I can't actually profit from shorts in Bitcoin in my retirement trading account. Am I a 1%er? Absolutely not. Didn't you guys see me taking the bus the other day? You guys know I'm a broke bum. It's sad Roger Ver, your arch nemesis. I actually kind of like Roger. Like as a person. Roger, I've hung out with Roger a bunch of times. I don't have a personal problem with Roger. I just disagree with what he's doing. Has been more correct than you about Bitcoin. I doubt that. Should have never donated all the Bitcoin. Yeah. Oh, God. I can't wait for BCH to die. Eventually it will. I was making money trading before I started this channel, so I highly doubt that. I'd probably have a lot more money today if I never started this channel and just kept on trading. Probably run a fund by now. So your opinion of my trading ability is really irrelevant. Would you agree that there has not been capitulation of Bitcoin sentiment in the ecosystem? Yes, I would. Do you agree there's still a lot of hopium and speculation? Yes, there is an unreasonable amount of hopium, which is what makes me bearish right now. All right, I got another tip question. Thank you, Brian. Just want to say thank you, Tone. You really helped me during you really helped me to hodl during the whole Bcash crap back in the day. I do think you're underestimating current sentiment, though. I'm seeing lots of interest. It's possible. It is possible I am underestimating current bullish sentiment, but to me it looks like unfounded and unreasonable hopium, like we talked about in a previous question. Tone, the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay relevant. I doubt that. See, when you have a channel that is free, that just talks truth and opinion, I mean, look, I have 2,000 live viewers. I've never been more relevant. All the haters watching me right now, you're proof that I've never been more relevant. The reason why, if my views were 200 right now, after cracking 1,000 a few months ago, I might be winding this channel down. But clearly, there is a need for what I do. Any thoughts on silver? Yes, it looks like crap. It's about to go like sub $10. I looked at silver earlier. I'll pull up a chart again. It looks horrendous. I can't remember the last time it looked this bad. It's been a while. You are in the countdown phase on a weekly. Maybe the daily will give you some relief. If it's near a 9, it's not. It's only on a 3. Silver looks terrible. Though I would love to buy some silver if it goes sub $10. USD versus the Canadian dollar. Do you use TD for the 10-year USD? Yes, I do. We can take a look at the Canadian dollar. Actually, I have like an entire, I have a currency thing. Hold on. Load chart layout, FX watch list. I'm going to keep this to an hour, guys. I got about 12 more minutes. I'm going to try and keep it to under an hour. Just under 2,000 viewers right now, 1970. So let's go over to the FX list. We are looking for USD versus the Canadian dollar. Looks like the Canadian dollar is in trouble. You guys are not looking very good. And I am very interested in going on vacation in Canada to spend my US dollars at a major discount. Well, at a major premium, I should say. Right, this looks bad. It's a weekly chart. If you break this, if you break like this area, if you get back to like 1.4, it's very bad. US dollar strengthening. So foreign currencies are in trouble. And we can also take a look at interest rates. I haven't looked at interest rates in a while. I have the 10-year yield here. Last time I looked at that was February. Here's the 10-year yield. Sequential is loading. Not even sure if it's the latest sequential, but it looks okay. Yeah, the sequential doesn't look good, right? It's 2 of 9 on the setup and a 10 of 13 on the sequential from the last 9 that we got. So sequential don't look too good here. So yield is falling. Interest rates are dropping once again. It looked like we were out of the woods here, but looks like interest rates are still falling. Interesting. I really thought interest rates would be rising by now. As long as the interest rates are falling, the US government is not in trouble. If the interest rate goes to like $5, the US debt is in serious trouble. I'm not going to look at a 4-hour EOS TA. I don't even think I have a chart of EOS. Let's see. EOS. I do have a chart of EOS. I have EOS versus Bitcoin. Last time I looked at it was a year ago. Jesus, is this shit project that old? Wow. Wow, let's look at it. May 22nd of last year was the last time I looked at it. Yeah, like all my indicators, it's like, wow, I have to like delete everything here. It's like the original TI on that one. Let's get the latest version. Well, you had a buying opportunity right here off the 9 aggressive 13, but the next candle went way lower, so I probably would have gotten scared out of that trade. So this is EOS versus Bitcoin on daily. Probably want to take a look at it on weekly at this point. So it looks like nothing right now. If it goes below the prior swing low, it's going back. It's going way lower. And here's your swing high, right? So I wouldn't touch EOS until it picks a direction. So if it goes above its swing high, it can rise to new all-time highs and take over Ethereum. If it falls below this double low, it's in serious trouble and it'll probably die. At what price would you consider that this price action has exhausted its momentum? I don't have a number. I don't have an answer for that. This number doesn't exist. It depends how it gets there. I mean, I would have thought it would have happened by now, but I mean, I'm looking for 9,400 in 2 weeks, right? 7, 8, 9 candles on the weekly. Tone, you're saying April 1st pump changed our market. I'm not sure what that means. What happened July 20th, 2017? Well, maybe I'll tell you next video. Google it, see if you find something, but I guarantee you, you won't. You can try finding one of my videos maybe, or my Twitter. WST. Sure, I'll take a look at a stock. WST. I have no idea what it is. Pharmaceuticals. Looks like a US company, I think. West Pharmaceuticals. It's coming up on a 9 next candle. A 9 buy is coming up. I'd keep an eye on it. It's in a bullish uptrend. Looks good. Nice 9 buy here at the lows. Yeah, I'd keep an eye on the 9 tomorrow. I mean, it's in a bullish posture. If a 9 gives you something positive, that's a buying opportunity. Is the latest bull run the easy broke of 6? I gotta write your questions in English, guys. Tone, you said in the past we need to see Bitcoin rally without the altcoins following suit to be bullish. Do you still have the same sentiment towards this? Yes. Ripple broke out of a huge 15-month pattern. Why not? Because Ripple is trash. Ripple is a scam coin, guys. I don't care what Ripple does. But when I see Ripple rise, it means that people are kind of stupid. So when I see Ripple rise due to some kind of fundamental thing, that means that this bear market's not over. What's my stance on smart contracts? They don't need to be decentralized. Is there a value in smart contracts and more programmable blockchain? Or do you think this is enough? Well, your question doesn't make sense. Is there a value in smart contracts? Yes. Is there a value in decentralized smart contracts? No. Smart contracts and decentralization are very different things. Just because you have a smart contract doesn't mean it has to be decentralized. Remember, guys, we've had smart contracts for a long time. A soda machine, a candy machine is a smart contract. That's a smart contract. Stick $1 into a machine, you get something out of it. That's a smart contract. Okay? Does it have to be decentralized? Is the question you want to ask. And 99% of the time, the answer is no, it's not. It doesn't need to be. It's stupid to decentralize smart contracts. I'm not going to check Ripple, guys. Is the slow mode working? Jeez. It's not a million comments. I don't know what's causing this run, guys. I don't think it's Tether and Bitfinex. They're a little bit under scrutiny at the moment. I have no thoughts on any other traders or people. I don't know what they do. I don't watch their work. The only other trader I pay attention to is Tyler. I keep an eye on what Van Zen and Willy Woo do. And that's about it. Cardano is a useless shitcoin like Ripple, Ethereum, and EOS. If you want to trade it, go and learn to trade and go trade it. Do you think Bitcoin will not retrace until July since it's very bullish on the weekly? It's very possible. All right, guys. Oh, I have a tip question. I'll look at that. Is the reason you're so confident this rally is BS because there isn't really new money coming in? That's one reason. If so, couldn't this BS still lead to real FOMO? Yes, it can. Tone, do you think the pump could be from speculative outlook on BitConnect 2.0? I don't think so. But the fact that BitConnect 2.0 is a thing, again, tells me how stupid people are in this market, which again tells me we should be going lower. Do you see a future with few making it and Bitcoin is the main crypto? I see Bitcoin as the only crypto. I don't see anything else making it. Which stable coins would you consider if you day trade or swing trade, for example, on Binance? I wouldn't trust any of those stable coins, guys. That's not how I would trade. I would trade just in Bitcoin. I would earn more Bitcoin. I would trade Bitcoin to Bitcoin. I don't want to get stuck in a stable coin that disappears. Do you consider a recent 20% drop a retracement? No, I already talked about this earlier today. I do not. $9.2K or below $6K first. At this point, probably $9.2K. All right, guys. Oh, look at Disney. I guess we can look at Disney. Is it DIS? Yeah. It looks bullish. Disney looks bullish. Neutral-ish, but bullish. Had a good earnings or whatever this was. I don't know. Whatever this move was, I have no idea. And wasn't earnings. Earnings was back there. Earnings was here. Looks good. If I was long, I'd raise my stop loss to below the 3 candle. And it looks decent. Well, it filled the gap. It doesn't look like it. Maybe eventually, but it doesn't look like it wants to fill it anytime soon. Yeah, Disney is looking pretty bullish. All right, guys. I think it's time to wrap this up. Don't forget the Saifedean and Peter Schiff tomorrow at 1 p.m. Also, if you want to support this channel, please use the affiliate links if you're going to purchase or subscribe to any of these lovely products. If you're going to do your Amazon shopping of any kind, you can also support this channel by clicking any of these links first. I will be updating all my tech and all my, that's another reason why I was happy to sell some Bitcoin. I will be upgrading my laptop, my monitor, my audio, video, everything. I'll be updating all my tech this summer, and happy to prepay for all that now. Waiting for a new laptop to come out, waiting for the new cell phones to come out. So, hey, if you're going to do some shopping on Amazon, click on one of these links and go through your shopping. All right, thanks, guys. If you want to learn how to trade, I have a learn trading section. Need to update it one of these days. Getting a little outdated, but still good. If you want to know where I'm traveling to, check out the calendar. And if you want to attend the workshop, which are soon to be only online because in person just seems too inconvenient these days, please check it out. We had the TD sequential one this morning, and now we are down to Amsterdam, Berlin, and Dallas. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with Saifedean and Peter Schiff at 1 p.m. Eastern. Bye, guys.